Hi guys, it's Wendy from Fingersticks Gallery again. Sorry it's been a little bit since I've done another video, but we've been so darn busy lately. I haven't had really any free time. So on a previous video that I did a really strange experiment where I took this home decor crackle, mixed it in a couple of the colors of the paint. Honestly, I hate it. It's terrible. It looks horrible. So, the colors, I don't know how well you can see this, but it did crackle a little bit, but not in any type of way that I really wanted it to. So, if you like this effect, if you want to use different colors, sure. It gave it a really kind of a neat texture on it, but so now you know. I did a different technique I've never seen. So if you like this color or the texture, you know, I'm sure you could find another color that would work better. So it was kind of a fun little project. I like trying new things. So if there's anything you guys want to see that you're either afraid to try or haven't seen done before, let me know, because I am more than willing to try new techniques so you can see them ahead of time. So, okay, here we have apple barrel, English navy, and then three colors of folk art: the royal gold, blue sapphire, and the ice blue. My husband said, I want to see you do a blue one. I snuck in a little bit of gold. So we're going to do a floating flip cup. We're going to layer the colors in two of these little cups and then pour paint around it and then poke holes and then kind of go around kind of elegantly and see if that works. Now, the only thing that I'm doing different this time is I'm using a Deco Art pouring medium. I've never used this product before. It's a little expensive. I got it for 20 bucks. It was 35. But I've never tried it before. We're not putting any silicone or anything in there. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. So I mixed the paint ratios as close to 50-50 as I could. These colors, the gold and the light blue actually needed a little bit more pouring medium. I'm not putting any water in anything just to make it consistent. Now, the Admiral Blue from Apple Barrel, that was a pig to mix up. It just really did not want to mix. I stirred and stirred and stirred and stirred and stirred, so that one was hard to mix up. Normally, my go-to medium is 50% Floetrol, 50% Elmer's glue, so this is going to be a little different today. So, all right, we're going to layer these probably, let's see, we're going to go blue on top, well, it would be the bottom, and then maybe the gold. Maybe we'll do it like that. All right, so they're just my basic ratio. They make a little hill. And try, if anything, try to get the texture, the consistency as consistent as you can. That's probably my biggest piece of advice right here, because if you have one that's a really heavy paint or mixed way too thick, it'll sink right to the bottom. And so if that's not the way you want it, it's, just keep that in mind. Try to get them as close as you can, consistency wise. So I am really hopeful this is going to work, because I've never used the Deco Art pouring medium before. And since I finally got out of town, we had to go get some supplies. We're in North Central Washington, so we had to go to Wenatchee. And it took about an hour and a half just to get to Hobby Lobby, but I made it. I got this beautiful new canvas. It is going to be 12 by 24 inch canvas. And this one's really nice in that it's got a little dog hair in there. Surprising. There's a bar right in the middle, so it supports it better. So we will see. I think I want to do like a yin-yang thing. Do one on this side, do one on this side, and we'll kind of meet in the middle maybe. Maybe we'll start in the corner. I don't know. Okay, so, and then in this container, this container is nothing special. But in here I have Bare acrylic paint. It's just regular base white, bright white home house paint. And then I mixed a little bit of the Floetrol in there, so it gave it about the same working consistency that I normally use. So, and I shook the living daylights out of it, so there's a lot of bubbles, which is fine because supposedly the Deco Art pouring medium will give us some cells anyway. And I don't necessarily want the normal everyday cells that everybody wants so much. I just kind of want it to look maybe wispy if I can. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier. The pouring medium, actually, I'm seeing some cool little cells already working themselves out. So the pouring medium is a really good thing to use. It's a really good product because it helps the paint not crack. And it helps it flow a lot easier. It's just a nicer product. I've tried it both ways. Tried it with water, tried it with glue, tried it with Floetrol, tried it now with Deco Art. And it's just, it helps it so much with the cracking. So a lot of people ask, why the heck do you even use the pouring medium? My experience is that if you don't use it, it can, I don't know, your pieces tend to crack more. And yes, I am using gloves today for the first time because I have to go to work shortly and I don't want to be necessarily covered in paint. Okay, I am going to torch some of the bubbles out of there because there are a lot of them. And they keep working themselves up. Holy macaroni. So to spread out the paint, I'm just using one of my business cards that actually took a nosedive into one of my paintings, so it was wrecked anyway. Seems to work really well to spread paint. Okay, now we're going to poke some holes. These are just little 3-ounce cups from Walmart. Normally, I like to use they're little hard plastic. I think they're 2 or 3 ounce cups. They look like little mini shot glasses, but they're rigid, so you can reuse them as many times as you like. And he already wanted to take off, so we're going to help him along a little bit. So all I'm really doing is, since it already wanted to kind of take off on me, I just kind of helped him out a little bit. I barely held the cup up once it started to flow and sticking to the canvas. I held him up just a little tiny bit and helped him empty himself out. So the holes help it flow. That's why I'm doing that. Maybe we'll do 2, because that last one, boy, he just took off like lightning. Oop, there goes that one too. So I'm almost thinking I used too much paint. So, but we'll see. So this gold, the gold metallic, is a really, really pretty gold. It's it will dry. Hopefully it won't look so muddy when it dries, but hopefully it'll give it a little bit of shimmer, as well as these 2 blues were the metallics. Sometimes they can be a little tricky to play with, but we're going to give this guy just a second and maybe fill in. And then I'm going to blow it around maybe just a little bit with this turkey baster I took apart, and just blow it on the edges and see how it looks. I love doing this technique. I've done it a bunch before, and usually turns out really well. Since my husband wanted blue, I gave him blue. But again, I snuck in the gold, so we'll see what he thinks. Okay. Keep those guys separate. Okay, maybe. And you'd think I'd have a dog with all the dog hair stuck to my painting. We do. Okay. So I don't know if I want to, maybe I will tilt it just a little bit just to kind of get it back and forth. And I can already see the shimmer and it is darn pretty. So I really hope it stays shimmery when it dries. So when you do waves like this, it's kind of hard to tilt in a straight, well, it wants to straighten out. So it can be a little bit tricky to do. That's why if you want to tilt it back and forth, because I don't necessarily need it to stay in that particular pattern. So I don't know, maybe we'll leave it like that. It looks like waves. It looks like a tidal wave coming over. So initially, I'm kind of liking the deco art. I don't know, we'll see when it dries. Okay, so yeah, I do want to make it a little wispy, so we'll see if that works. Oh, these are cool. I don't know if you can see this. I'll go in for a close-up, but it's actually bubbling up and looking really cool. If you've ever done epoxy, it's kind of like the metallic epoxy kind of bubbling up and having a reaction. That's what it looks like right here. It looks really neat. See if I got you guys centered. Oh, that's good enough. And see, sometimes underneath that white paint, all the colors underneath come up too, which is a really cool surprise. This lacing is gorgeous. And honestly, it made up purple. It made a beautiful purple color with that gold and that, I think it's the Admiral Blue. Or excuse me, English Ivy. That's really pretty. Okay, I'll flip this guy over. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Flip him around. So there is just a ton of paint right in the middle here. So I think what I'm going to do is turn the heater down in here. It's going to be kind of a cool day. Let this sucker dry super, super slowly. Because when you have that much paint, and I know I used too much here right in the middle. When you have that much paint, it could tend to crack. Or if you hear the term crazing, that's the same thing. So I don't want to tilt anything off. I just want it to dry slow. And I think, and I'm really hoping in here, if I torch it again, we'll have some bubbles coming up. But this lacing is just really pretty. And again, this has no silicone. I didn't put any silicone in it. I was just using the Deco Art pouring medium. So with the Floetrol and glue, I don't think it tends to do this pretty lacing effect as well. Maybe if you watered it down, I'm not sure. But again, guys, if you ever want to see something that hasn't been done, you're too scared to try it, maybe that I haven't done yet, you want me to do it before you, I would be more than happy to do that. So let me know and I can make it happen. Okay, I really like this negative space, the wispiness in here. All right, so I'm going to torch it one more time. because there's still even bubbles. I don't know if you saw that. So again, if you're new to this, and my motto, don't forget to never be afraid to be a beginner. Try it. It's fun. Don't ever get frustrated. If something doesn't turn out, it's a learning experience. It's not something to get angry over. So I really like it. This, I'll come in for a close-up here. I still managed to get paint on my hands. Okay. Okay, guys, so this area, right? Oh, there's a shadow. Right in there is really kind of neat. It's kind of bubbling up, and I don't know if it's the Deco Art pouring medium or if it's actually the reaction for the metallics, but it's really pretty. This area is gorgeous. It is a really pretty lavender color. And then down here, it almost looks like the paint is starting to separate. It didn't do the lacing effect right on this area, and maybe it's the house paint reaction too. I'm not really sure, but the house paint is also acrylic. But this, oh, that's really pretty. Sorry about the shadows. And then in here, this is also really lacy and a lavender color. It is so pretty. I tease my husband all the time because I spend so much time painting. I say, one of these days, just give me 3 colors, and he'll give me oddball colors. With the hopes that maybe they won't turn out, but I'll show you one really quick. Here's some of my other, I don't think I've ever showed you my gallery, or it's my studio, excuse me. It's got stuff stacked up because I'm running out of room. Here's one that he wanted me to do. It was red, green, brown, blue, I think were the colors. And that one's a swipe. And, he just picked oddball colors, and I think it turned out kind of neat. It looks like an underwater scene with like roots hanging down. So maybe I'll put some fish or something, or turtles, and maybe a kid's name for a kid's room or something. Anyway, guys, I want to give a shout out to Vinyl Disorder like I did last time, because if you use the code STIX, STIX, S-T-I-X, when you check out at vinyldisorder.com, you will get a discount. So shout out to those guys. They have great products. And if you ever want to embellish, they are a really good place to go for your vinyl decals. All right, guys, till next time, don't forget to shout out and tell me what you want me to try. Have a great day, and don't ever be afraid to be a beginner. Till next time.